Hi, this is Inspired 99. In this video we will hear what Calum Von Moger has to say to his fans. Is Calum Von Moger planning to return to workout in 2023? Let's take a look at the following video. Bodybuilder Calum Von Moger is eager to approach life with newfound zest after putting his previous sins behind him. In the 2018 movie Bigger, the Australian actor gained notoriety for his depiction of famed bodybuilder and seven-time Mr. Olympia Arnold Schwarzenegger. In Charleston, North Carolina, the 32-year-old earned the 2020 NPC Mr. Universe title. He was forced to sit out the remainder of the season due to a knee injury, though. At the same moment, his life started to fall apart. The next year, after having an unforeseen kid, he became embroiled in a custody dispute. Von Moger, who had been regarded be Arnold Schwarzenegger's heir, struck rock bottom in 2022. When Calum leaped from a building's second floor while under the influence of methamphetamine in May 2022. He suffered serious injuries. After being taken to the ICU, he spent 6 days in a coma. The extent of his wounds raised doubts about whether he would ever be able to walk normally again. Von Moger fully healed, but another legal incident was about to happen. In a strange road rage incident in January 2022, the Australian bodybuilder had been detained by a police officer for having illicit narcotics in his hands. Shortly after leaving the hospital, he entered a guilty plea to the charge. But shortly after, he began to gather himself, and he made the decision to go to a rehab facility. Recently, Calum Von Moger said that he received all the assistance required to get his life back on track. He intends to return in 2023. In a recent YouTube video, Moger disclosed the difficult time in his life and expressed regret for disappointing everyone. Moger acknowledged that his errors had disappointed his loved ones. He still finds it difficult to totally shut such thoughts out. The Australian bodybuilder, however, going through a trying time in his life, did not want to appear weak. He suppressed his feelings, and when they finally came out, they led to his blunders. Knowing that provides him some little measure of comfort, but he does not excuse his errors. That is my biggest regret, probably not speaking up about it earlier, or maybe not seeking some help about it and talking to someone. Unfortunately, I went down the wrong path, which was obviously detrimental to my health, to my physical and mental well-being, Moger said. Moger began the incorrect route of party, developing bad habits that finally got out of hand. He finally jumped out of the window as a result of his substance misuse and crazy lifestyle. The glass caused the 32-year-old to suffer scratches and bruises all over his body in addition to a spinal injury. He was reportedly unconscious and motionless when he was brought into the intensive care unit. That resulted in me accidentally hurting myself. I never intended to be hospitalized or break my back, messing my arm and stuff. That was the biggest wake-up call for me when I woke up out of the coma 6 days. Moger continued. The Australian made the decision to review and examine his life after feeling ashamed of himself. He stepped away significantly from his job and his social life. Moger found solace in his family's support at this difficult time in his life after going to a rehab facility at his mother's advice. I highly recommend anyone who's struggling with any kind of mental health problem or problems with drugs and alcohol. If you're in a bad way or you feel like there's nothing out there, go seek help. Go to a recovery center. After I came out of that, I felt completely brand new again, like a fresh mind and focused, driven and stuff, Moger added. In the end, Calum Von Moger sent a touching message to his supporters. However, he stressed the importance of talking to others and asking for assistance when confronted with challenging circumstances. I'm extremely grateful and appreciative of all of you who have followed my journey. Some of you have been behind me since day one for several years. I want to express my gratitude to each one of you who have reached out in times when I wasn't doing so well. Calum Von Moger expressed regret for missing the game and his wish to support those going through difficult times. The Australian bodybuilder is approaching life with a positive outlook now that all of the difficulties are behind him. He has our best wishes at Inspired 99 for success in his future efforts.